Our discovery of English grammar continues, and today we focus on parts of speech, but particularly the verb or finding the verb. Where in the sentence can we find the verb? It's kind of perhaps like a Sherlock Holmes grammar story. Now, without a verb, a sentence will have almost no meaning. The verb gives meaning to the sentence. Just look at this example. Brian, something at night. Eats, sleeps, walks, goes to the movies, parties. We don't know what Brian does at night, so the sentence has very little meaning for us without the verb. If there is no verb, there is no action, and the listener or the reader has no clue, and then no communication takes place. Remember, we learn any language, and of course we learn English because we want to be able to communicate with other people, to share information, to understand what they are telling us, and hopefully get them to understand what we are telling them. To find the verb is not difficult. We can use the following questions. Which word in the sentence tells you what is happening? What happened or what will happen? In other words, what is happening now? What happened before now? Or what will happen after now? And finally, there is also which word is making a statement about being. That statement about being is to be angry, to be happy, to be sad. Brian is sad. That's a statement about being. All right. Cool. Let's continue. Her piano is old. Is here is the to be verb. It is the word making a statement of being. Last night, my boyfriend baked a cake. Baked is the action verb, the word that tells us what happened. Now, verbs tell us two things. They tell us the action or the statement of being, and they can also tell us when something happened or when something is likely to happen. Here is an example of a verb telling us about a past event. She has always performed well in athletics. These words tell us what happened in the past. And I like to refer to yesterday, today, and tomorrow, which accidentally or coincidentally rather is a plant, a shrub with very beautiful flowers that we can see on the screen here. Verbs tell us what we did, past tense, what we do or are doing, present tense, and what we will do. Action word, remember? So we have present tense verbs, action at this time, now that is taking place. I walk to the mall, she reads a book, they order coffee. Very simple, very easy to follow, very much what is happening now. We can also use what is called the present progressive tense, which is referring to action at this time that is still ongoing. I am walking to the mall. She is reading a book. They are ordering coffee. This is ongoing action that we can see happening at this very moment. Past tense, I walked to the mall. She read a book. They ordered coffee. And we can do it in the future tense. I will walk to the mall. She will read a book. They will order coffee. Very simple, very straightforward, relatively easy to understand. Of course, we used simple tenses and we did not talk about the more complicated tenses. Had been walking, will have been ordering, and so on and so on. Tenses will come in other videos and on other days. For today's video, all we need to know that is important to keep it short and simple. My favorite KISS principle, keep it short and simple. Verbs tell us what happens, and it also tells us when it happens. Very important information that we get from verbs. So verbs are very important information that it gives us. What happens or is, statement of being, and when it happens or statement of being. Sometimes a verb can also tell us what is not happening, right? Here is the famous sentence from Hamlet by Shakespeare. To be or not to be? That is the question. To be is a statement of being. be or not to be, that is the question. We still get information from the verb in the sentence. Otherwise, it will just be to or not. That is the question, of course. Kind of a nonsensical statement without the verb. Here are some examples. If you want, you can put your answers in the comment section below and I will have a look at it, give you feedback. Can you find the verb? Yesterday, I watched an interesting movie with my friends. She is reading a captivating book about adventure. Next week, we will visit a famous museum in the city. They have already visited several countries and they love to explore new places. And the students are happy that the exams have finally ended. That's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not done so, please subscribe. There will be many more videos like this and always free of charge to you. All you have to do, just subscribe. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.